Yo, what is going on, everybody? This is RBT, and welcome back to another episode of the PSG FIFA 18 Career Mode series. Now, boys, we have a ton to discuss in today's episode, because I know you're going to be wondering, why the heck are we on transfer deadline day? Well, to be frank, I've been shafted. I've been completely shafted when it comes to recording this series, and we've had so many transfers go through, we've sold so many players, and unfortunately, I haven't been able to show you guys. 2 episodes ago, well, I recorded 2 episodes ago, I went through, made a ton of signings, and I had a great episode. We played a couple games. The games were very exciting. Went to go edit it, and I'd accidentally recorded the game volume on top of my commentary. That had never happened before, so that just completely effed the video up. So that sucked. So last night, I go to record the episode before the transfer deadline day, made some more signings, sold some more players, played another game. It was super exciting, and I went to go edit that, and the footage had completely corrupted from my 2-hour recording. I was gone all day, get back at 8 p.m., was so freaking tired, but wanted to get back in the groove of uploading daily, multiple videos a day, and I couldn't upload the video because the whole entire 2-hour footage was corrupted. So the last 2 episodes has been completely just screwed up, and you guys don't understand how bad that hurts me, because I was really enjoying the series, really enjoying it, uploading it daily, and that just pissed me off. I was honestly so mad. And I'm supposed to be up at 6:30 for my 8 a.m. class, and at the time that video failed recording yesterday, it was like 11 o'clock at night, and I was so pissed, and I just went straight to sleep. So I'm up at 4:45 a.m., hopefully to get this video ready, recorded, edited, and done so it can go up this morning, because I want you guys to finally get an episode of the PSG Career Mode, because I was freaking so excited to be making this series, and I just hate that things that I can't control effed up the last 2 series. So I apologize, you guys missed a lot of transfers, a lot of players we sold. I will go over those in today's episode, as we will finish transfer deadline day as well. I'm going to go after some more players, because we have some money from players that we sold that might be kind of controversial. I'll show you that as well, show you the games that we have played where we sit in the table, and we're also going to play one game at the end of this episode, which will be our first Champions League game of the year. So hopefully you guys aren't too mad at me, man. I can't control it, and I just apologize. I don't know what else to say. It really did piss me off, because I had some quality content, I believe, to edit together and upload for the series, but sometimes things are just out of your hands, and you gotta try your best to stay positive. So if you guys still are enjoying the series, be sure to drop a like on the video. I'm still using your transfer suggestions. Every single player that we have bought in the series has been a comment left by you guys, so hopefully I still have all those comments from the previous episodes, and I'll show the comments and the suggestions when I go over the players that we did buy. So with that said, boys, on transfer deadline day, we're probably going to try to make 3 more signings, and we have currently $63 million in our transfer budget, but we still have one player that I guess is negotiating a contract with another team because we sold him. So with that said, boys, y'all are about to have your minds blown with the amount of players that we have bought. But why don't we go ahead and go to the transfer hub and go to, this was a player 2 episodes ago, the first episode that messed up while I was recording, that we were going to go after. Robert Lewandowski, an absolute beast, obviously. The problem was, we had about $100 million at the time, and we had so many positions that we did need to bring in players at because we need so much depth on the team, and he was going to take up the rest of our transfer budget. I think I offered, Lucas or Di Maria in the deal, and they were still wanting $90 million, and I just wasn't willing to do that. So maybe we get Lewandowski in the January transfer window, but as of right now, it's just not going to be a possibility. I really did want to bring him in. I negotiated with Bayern Munich, but it didn't happen. So Lewandowski is I think the one deal that we've had not go through with a player that we had negotiated for. So I apologize about that, but Lewandowski's still on the short list. Now, this is where things are about to get crazy. The players that we have bought in this series since the last episode, as suggested by you guys: Christian Pulisic, Joshua Kimmage, Fabinho, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. We bought these 3 players, which would have been 2 episodes ago, and Ibrahimovic, an episode I recorded that last night that completely effed up. Make sure, I think everything's going good. Now, if I finish this episode and the recording corrupts again, I'm jumping out my window and I'm moving to the forest. I'm becoming a caterpillar, because I would be absolutely so pissed. Anyways, let me go over these signings really quick. Now, this is one that has really confused me, because I bought Christian Pulisic, as you see, for $20 million from PSG. But under the transfer type, it says loan. Obviously, as you see in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, we bought him for $20 million. It says offer type transfer. Now, RCD Español, I believe that's who it is, from La Liga Santander, they offered to bring in Pulisic on loan, but that got rejected, as they did accept our $20 million offer. But for some reason, it still says loan. So hopefully, that's just a glitch, as we obviously bought him for 20 million. So hopefully that just goes away and we keep Pulisic for the length of his 4-year contract. And Joshua Kimmage, I believe, has been my favorite signing in this series because not only is he a good player with a lot of potential, he's only 22, he's very young, but he is the perfect player that we did need for our squad because he can play, as you see, right back, center back, central midfield. I think he's more of a natural central defensive mid, but just the fact that he can play those other positions helps our squad so much. Now, I will say, Joshua Kimmage is a player that he can play center back, but I'd rather him not play center back if I had the choice because I believe he's 5'8", 5'9", and I don't like my center backs to be any shorter than 6 foot. So if I don't have to ever play him at center back, I won't. But he is a nice guy to have there in case you do need an emergency center back in case of an injury or maybe to bring on as a late substitution. So he is a perfect player to bring in the squad, and that was a player suggested by you guys. Like I said, hopefully I still have the comments saved somewhere that I can show for everybody to give them credit for suggesting these players. Then Fabinho is a beast, an absolute beast of a central defensive midfielder who is actually going to start for us. And we have changed some things around in our formation because we sold a couple players, and we have some players that I just can't put on the bench, so I tried to suit the formation to better suit the players that we have on our team and try to put the best 11 on the field as possible. So one of the reasons I like this deal is because Fabinho is linked to PSG in real life. This past summer, he was heavily linked with, I believe, Chelsea and Man City. The deal ended up not going through. He can potentially go to PSG in real life, and we got him in this career mode. And Zlatan Ibrahimovic was a player I saw suggested so many different times in the comment section. I was like, why not? We could use him as maybe a cam, and we'll talk about that in a minute when we go over the past games that we played. We could potentially use him at cam. He could come as a late-minute substitution, get a lot of playing time at striker as well. He's 88 overall still, but he is 35 years old, so he will decline in overall pretty rapidly, but he's still a nice squad player to have. Had some incredible years at PSG before he went to Man U last year and lit up the BPL, or the EPL, sorry. They no longer call it the BPL. But we're going to bring him back to PSG and try to give him his first Champions League trophy with the French Giants. Did not win a Champions League with PSG, but I mean, I think he played well enough at PSG to deserve a Champions League trophy. Now, the amount of money that I did spend on all these players, Christian Pulisic ended up going, we bought him for 20 million from Dortmund, Joshua Kimmage from Bayern Munich for 82,000, that would be very cheap, 13 million because I believe we offered, who did we offer? We offered a player in this deal, might have been Lucas. We'll get to that in just a second, but we bring him in basically for 13 million plus a player, so that's super, super cheap. A great deal for such a young, good player. And Fabinho, he costed a lot of money. They weren't interested in any players that we had. We had to pay 40 million, but I believe it's worth it for a player that's an incredible CDM who will play for us right away and can grow heavily throughout the series. Then Ibrahimovic, we ended up bringing in for 27 million. Once again, they weren't interested in any of the players that we did have, so we had to pay the money, but we still have money to spend that we are going to use in today's episode. So far, in total, we have brought in Neymar, Dani Alves, Mbappe, Lionel Messi, N'Golo Kante, Gianluigi Donnarumma, Christian Pulisic, Joshua Kimmage, Fabinho, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. This squad is incredible, and we're not done yet. And I apologize if you guys didn't get to see the videos live, where we bought the players, negotiated everything. Just something that really wasn't out of my control, and hopefully that never happens again. I've never had a series like that where we had 2 straight episodes get effed up back to back, so I apologize. But the players that we have sold is Thiago Silva to Real Madrid for 50 million. He's our captain who scored an incredible last-minute header to win one of the games that we did play in the series that you did not get to see. Like I said, he's the captain, man, but he's aging. He's 88 overall, 32 years old, so he's going to decline rapidly. So if I could get 50 million for him now and spend that on a player today, I think that would be worth it. He's the player that was sold that we have not got the money for yet. And the other player that we did sell that we did get the money for is, I don't see him anywhere. I believe it was not Marquinhos, it was Di Maria. Di Maria was the player that was sold. I'm like 99% sure Di Maria is no longer here. We accepted... Actually, I don't know why it's not showing up in our transfer hub, but Di Maria was sold for, I believe, 55 million to Atletico Madrid. Crazy enough, we got an offer from Man City. We accepted that, but they only offered 47 million. Then we got the offer from Atletico Madrid, and luckily the transfer offer with Man City didn't go through. Like, the negotiations broke down, but then we got the more money from Atletico Madrid, so that actually ended up working out in our favor. So I'm kind of hoping, when I ended last episode, we were at 100 million, and I'm thinking I didn't save, so that's why we're back down to 63 million, but I'm hoping That's the money from Di Maria, and we're still waiting to get the money. So Di Maria and Thiago Silva has been sold in this series, and we are going to replace him in today's episode. Now to talk about the games that we did play in the past couple episodes that you did not see. Obviously, the one game you did see me play was against the club that had never been in Ligue 1 before, ever, and we lost 1-0. That was extremely embarrassing, but then we come back the next week. We actually won this game 1-0 against Guingamp. We scored like an 85th minute header at the last second, and that was so exciting gameplay, and you didn't get to see it. Same thing against Toolhouse. We won 2-1, absolutely dominated this game, ended up having like 18, 19 shots, and it was 1-1 going into like the 88th minute, and Thiago Silva with the header off the corner gave us the 2-1 win. And now this game against Saint Etienne, I really wish you could have saw the highlights because it was the same exact scenario as it was against Toolhouse. In the 90-something minute, Cavani had the perfect opportunity from about 5 yards out to give us the win with the last shot of the game, and he skied the football, and I was honestly so pissed, and I wish you could have seen the gameplay, but unfortunately, higher powers didn't want me to show you the gameplay, so that sucks. But I think we're caught up in the series. I apologize, like I said, once again, but there's really nothing I can do about that. I'm going to spend 1 hour and see if we get the money for Thiago Silva, because that's kind of really worrying me that we have yet to get the money. I'm going to sim down to 7 hours and see if we can ever get the money. So we get a bunch of things in the office. Hopefully one of those is the money from Thiago Silva. Here we go. Di Maria was sold to Atletico Madrid, so you guys see that. It's money. So finally, man, Thiago Silva has been sold to Real Madrid. So now we can go out and spend some money, as we have about 100 million to spend in today's episode. 109 million to be exact. So guys, the first player that we are going to be going after in this episode, as commented by you guys, is going to be a player from Bayern Munich. And this is probably not going to be our star center back, but he would be a great center back to have on the bench. And this man, he could start for us. Javi Martinez from Bayern Munich. He's 86 overall, 31 million. So once again, technology hates me. The freaking career mode froze. I'm telling you, something about higher power does not want me to record this series. So I forget where we were at. Thiago Silva gets sold a little bit earlier than it did previously, so I had to jump back into the save, but I think we're right back where we left off. I'm going to, once again, try to bring in Javi Martinez. I'm not sure if I showed you guys in the editing, but Javi Martinez is going to be the center back that we try to bring in. Not necessarily to replace Thiago Silva, but to come in as a squad player. So we're going to shortlist him in the transfer hub and see if we can get him for roughly 40 million. I'd be happy if they'd accept him for 40. If he's like they're offering more than 50, I think I'll go after somebody else as a third center back. So jumping into our transfer hub, let's see if we can bring in the Spanish center back from Bayern Munich. So let's see if they'd be interested in a goalkeeper. Let's try to throw out Kevin Trapp, and they want a right winger. I don't understand why, like, teams only want wingers from me, and we don't have any winger aside from Pulisic and Messi, who I'm obviously not going to offer. So let's see if they'd be willing to accept 40 million for Javi Martinez, and now they want 46. I had them accept for 42 earlier. So if we have to pay more now, I'm going to be pissed because the game crashed. So we're going to submit the offer, and that's just Jesus Christ. So we're going to have to waste, like, a couple extra million because the game crashed. So go down to 43.5 million. I guess 1.5 million isn't the end of the world. Oh my God, Bayern Munich. Just give them to me for 45 or 44.5. Like, Jesus Christ. That one finally was accepted. So now let's negotiate with Javi Martinez himself and see how much it's actually going to take to bring in the Spanish center back from Bayern Munich. So he wants, let's see if we'll take an important squad role by chance. Previously took an important squad role, so I guess now we have to give him a crucial. He wanted 3 years previously, now he wants 4. Oh man, they want an 80 million release clause. I do not want a release clause for any of my players. I don't like having a say in that. So they'll say we can move forward without a release clause, so I'm fine with that. The wage is going to be 145k, so 145k per week. Javi Martinez, please accept that, and he'll take 130,000 per week with a sign-on bonus of 1.7 million. It's a little bit too high for me. Let's just go with 1.4, see if he'll accept that instead. And he comes back and counters with the same exact amount. So whatever, we'll go ahead, give him his sign-on bonus, and bring Javi Martinez to PSG. So not a bad deal whatsoever. So we're actually going to be going after one more center back to solidify that position, and our depth should be perfect now. We're going to be going after the Senegalese monster, Koulibaly, who is currently at Napoli. He's lower overall than Javi Martinez, but should grow above him. And I think in game he'll probably play better anyways. You know what? We could probably, I guess it'd be worth it to sell Thiago Silva if we could bring in both Koulibaly and Javi Martinez. I believe having two good center backs like that is better than having one that's going to end up declining throughout the series. So we're going to shortlist him in the transfer hub. His value is 28 million. I'm hoping we can also get him for roughly 35 million or so. That would be the absolute dream. So jumping back into the transfer hub, the amount of money we've spent the past couple episodes, which you haven't seen, has been absolutely ridiculous. So they say we might have to offer between 33 to 48 million to bring in the Senegalese beast from Napoli. Hopefully they're interested in a player, man. I want to get rid of Trap. That's what I want to do. Or maybe if we could straight up swap Cavani for Koulibaly, I would take that. So goalkeeper, Kevin Trapp, please. They want a left back, and I don't believe we have a left back. How about Yuri? If Yuri could bring this down, I wouldn't mind this at all. I genuinely would not mind this deal at all. We could bring in another left back that's a little bit cheaper, that's younger, to serve as depth, and they still want 48 million for Koulibaly on top of Yuri. So let's see if maybe 35 would be enough. I believe you can definitely lowball the deals and player swaps and see if that will go through. No, just kidding. Definitely just kidding. Let's propose a new transfer fee. Let's go with 40 million instead. 40 million plus Yuri for Kalidou Koulibaly, and they're jumping down to 42. Man, 41 million plus Yuri for Koulibaly, and they do accept that. So our second center back is coming in, and it's going to be the absolute beast, but we have to negotiate the deal. Hopefully it doesn't ask for too much of a sign-on bonus, because we still have, I'll have one more player I do want to go after. Let's see, we'll give him important first-team role, and he will accept that. So he's on important, and Javi Martinez is on crucial, which kind of sucks. I want Koulibaly to play regardless. He wants 4 years in the contract. He doesn't want a release clause, so we will accept that. Now, the wages is the big part. He wants the same exact signing bonus as Javi Martinez. So let's see if we can at least drop this like 1.5 million. That will only leave us with 10 million to spend, and it was accepted. Koulibaly is the newest member of Paris Saint-Germain. Now, boys, we're going to try to bring in one more forward to help with depth. As this was suggested by Broncos for Loss, he wants me to bring in Max Cruz from Werder Bremen because he's an absolute beast. And, I mean, he would be nice to have for squad depth. He is a leader of men, so he is more, of a leader. So we are going to shortlist him in the transfer hub. We only have 10 million to spend. Player swap and go with Kevin Trapp once again. And they want a striker instead. So let's offer another player. Dude, I can't offer Cavani. I cannot offer Cavani for Max Cruz. I can't do that. So I don't even know if we have enough money now, boys. So let's see if I really don't think we have enough money. I'll try 8 million, but I think this is dead already. I think this is 100% dead, boys. And yep, he wasted his trip here. So Max Cruz, that's not happening. So I just did the total between the players that we sold since the last episode and players that we bought since last episode. It's been about 350 million pounds spent on transfers, and transfer deadline day is not yet over. We do have 10 hours, which I guess we could still sell players. So I don't know why I'm kind of concluding things now. We just have to hopefully maybe get an offer for Trapp or Cavani. Those are the two players that I am willing to sell, as the two offers for players that I was not going to sell anyway did get retracted. They wanted Kimmage on loan, and I need center back, so I'm not going to send him out on loan. So hopefully Cavani, Kevin Trapp, or the other goalkeeper that I do have, we get an offer for Edison Cavani. Chelsea have shown interest in purchasing Edison Cavani for a fee of 61 million. This changes everything. Everything. Holy crap. If we can get Cavani to be sold to Chelsea for 75 million, I don't know what I'm going to do with the money. I know exactly what I'm going to do with the money. So we're going to submit this offer, 75 million. No! 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 They said we could get 75 million for Cavani. Oh my god, that breaks my heart. I should have accepted 61 million for a player that's 31 years old. Dude, he's only 15 million more. Why you gotta walk out the room, man? I hope they fix that crap. Oh, I had so many ideas in my head. If that worked, I was going to go out and I was going to try to bring in David Alaba from Bayern Munich as Bayern Munich comes in for Javier Pastore, who is 27 years old, who I've been talking about in the last couple episodes, who I would potentially sell, but I've not been able to get your feedback because the episodes have not been able to get uploaded. So I'll sell them for 35, but if they don't give me anything less than 30, if they give me something less than 35, I'm not going to accept it. Yep, not even going to waste your time. Not even waste your guys' time. Just going to straight up reject that. Then they're just going to end up walking out the room, just like Conte did. Oh, kind of triggered. Definitely kind of triggered that we almost got 60-something million for Cavani. And I counter-offered what my executive scout said. He said to offer potentially you get 75 million for him. But here we are, without selling them. So, boys, I think 350 million in this episode really does help out our team, but I didn't get to fill every single position of need that I did have. So, kind of disappointing, but at the same time, man, we had an incredible, absolutely incredible transfer window, as I think we definitely have a squad that can easily win the Champions League. And as you see, boys, we get an offer from Martinez. See, I told you that we can sell players at this point in career mode. We have a youth squad monthly report, as we have a couple really good players in our youth squad, except Eric White, who we are going to release. Not anybody that's good enough really to promote to the senior squad yet, but it is what it is. I don't think I'm going to sell Marquinhos. I don't know, man. I'm just kind of triggered after that Cavani deal. So let's go ahead and skip to the next game, and we're going to sim the Ligue 1 game, as we are in 7th place. I think we're like 2 points behind first place. We're going to sim the game against FC Metz, and then play the first Champions League game 2 days later against Roma. So let's go ahead and sim this game. Hopefully we can pick up the 3 points because we need it, because we've kind of been struggling early on in the season, and we do get a 1-0 win with Mbappe getting the goal in the 2nd minute to get us the full 3 points. And Javi Martinez in his first game for PSG gets a red card. Brilliant. So I think we'll be without him in the Champions League game, the first Champions League game of the year against Roma. Pretty tough group. Sevilla, Roma, Feyenoord, who is from the Eredivisie. But playing Roma at home, an incredible squad, Nainggolan, and a bunch of other incredible players. But I still do think we should get the W. Cavani, out to Messi. This has got to be a goal. Messi, make the goal. There it is, boys. Let's go. We take a 1-0 lead in our first Champions League game. Now Mbappe has some space. Mbappe holds the play for Edison Cavani. Cavani, this could be 2-0. This could be 2-0. Cavani with the goal, boys. 2-0. Just like that, boys. Cavani to Mbappe. Mbappe to Conte. Conte back to Cavani. Cavani, make this 3-0. Cavani, 3-0. Cavani, what a goal. Conte with a great pass. That was a great bit of build-up play there. Oh, that's 3-1. Raja Nainggolan puts Roma on the board. Nice little bit of play there from Parati and Raja Nainggolan. No! No, the 45th minute. I thought they were about to blow the whistle. 3-2. Gonalon. I believe he's on loan from Lyon. No. What just happened to my defense right there? Mbappe has a little bit of space. Can we find the pass? Back into Cavani. Cavani, take the shot again. Cavani, 4-2. Cavani is deadly. He is absolutely deadly. A hat trick for the man we're giving a shot at the cam position, and maybe that is where he is best suited. And maybe it's just a goddamn blessing in disguise. He did not get sold this past transfer window on transfer deadline day. He's on the move. Shots on here. Well, that was a huge mistake from me, as now it's back down to a 2-goal lead.
Shoots quickly before the keeper can get set, and that's how he got his goal.
5-4. What the heck just happened? Come on, can we just hold the ball for like 3 seconds? Please? In extra time. Cavani has space now. Can we make this 6? No, we can't. But Messi can, potentially. Messi, down the wing. Come back inside. Look for Cavani. Cavani, back to Messi. I'm just wasting time now. Cavani again. Cavani again. We can't get the handles on the ball, but that should be game. Whistle. Ref. Please. Hello? Uh-oh. Ibra. doing something crazy. It's not a ballerina dance in the midfield.
Javier
Pastore, oh shoot, we get the win. A lot closer than it should have been. An exciting game nonetheless. 5-4, but that was a little bit too much to handle as Cavani nets a hat trick as we beat the Serie A Giants 5-4 as they dominated the shots. But still, I'm not going to complain. I mean, Edison Cavani, a 10.0, of course, the man of the match. I just feel like that was too close. That was too freaking close, dude. But anyways, we do get the win. We get our first 3 points of the Champions League campaign as we should be on top of our group, as it looks like Sevilla and Feyenoord did draw, so we are alone at the top of our Champions League group with a total of 3 points. And we are currently in third place in Ligue, which we can definitely improve upon this next episode, which we will play Lyon to start next episode because they're one of the few teams I am going to play when we come up against them in Ligue. We're going to play all the Champions League games as I have stated previously. But boys, that is going to do it for today's episode. Once again, I really do apologize about the last 2 episodes just screwing up and we had to compile everything to this one. Really do apologize, but I hope you guys can forgive me and hopefully give the rest of this series a chance. And if you guys did enjoy this episode, please be sure to drop a like. Guys, don't know how much that would mean to me if you guys could drop a like after everything that happened. I want to know if people are still here and want to watch this series. But with that said, boys, that is going to do it. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.